Hey guys, I'm trying to block the sun here. I want to talk about something. I want to talk about bug out bags. Now you can get on YouTube and there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos about bug out bags. And 90% of the videos are crap. Because I consider them gimmick bags. Most of these guys are trying to get sponsors, trying to get YouTube famous, so they put out all this, their bug out bags, $1,000 or $1,500 worth of crap gear that in a real SHTF situation, it's going to be useless to them. Now, I'm not talking about 72-hour bags, because that's something I can't understand. If a disaster hits, how do you know it's going to take you 72 hours to get home? It could take you 7 to 10 days to get home. So, but I'm talking about bug out bags. And most of these guys that makes these videos, they go out to their local wooded area. I mean, I'm 1,500 yards away from a bunch of woods right out here. It's got big rock outcrops. And I can make a video there and make you guys think I'm out in a major forest. And really, I'm not. Most of these guys do that to sell their channel. I don't. Most of these guys tell you you need this $80 flashlight or this $300 knife or this whatever. I don't. I tell you to use common sense items that is going to keep you warm, keep you sheltered, keep you fed, keep you hydrated, keep you protected. That's what you need. And plus you're going to need, there's no way you can put everything you need in a bug out bag or an inch bag or disaster bag, whatever you want to call it, and go out into the woods and live for a year without restocking, resupplying somehow. You're going to need a way to carry. Me, I plan on bugging in if anything ever happens. My last resort is to bug out. But if I have to bug out and I can't use my vehicle, I have a way to carry extra gear, extra supplies to help us make it through. Right now, my bug out bag, I could last out in the woods or out in the swamps or wherever for 2 or 3 months on. Because I have shelter builder material, I have fire making, I have water, how to boil, I've got a water filter, I've got, and ways to get food. I mean, a lot of these guys has these little bitty kits with 10 or 12 hooks in there and a couple of snares and maybe a rat trap. That's not going to last them maybe a week. You've got to have a good amount of hooks, sinkers, fishing line. You're going to have a good amount of snares. You're going to have a couple of 110s, yes, but for bigger game, you're going to have a 160, a 220, a 330, and those are heavy traps to carry. But you're going to need that in order to survive, because I'm not going to spend my time, trying to get up 5 or 6 squirrels or something like that when I can put that 330 out there and get a beaver or a groundhog or a possum or something like that that's got meat on them, a lot of meat. Now I'm not saying all these guys do it. I'm saying a majority of them do it. There's one guy out there. Yes, he's a businessman, and I like him. A lot of people, look down on him, but Canadian Prepper, the stuff he does have in his bug out bag, he goes out into the woods as far as I can tell, you know, he goes out and he's out in the woods using his stuff. And I like that. You know, he shows what, yes, some of it is, you know, gadgets, like I call it, but that's what fits him. That's what he likes, which, you know, he's used to that. Canadian Prepper, I would love to get a hold of your bag and let me put some good items in there for you. I'll give you some redneck items that you need up there. But I like him. I like Canadian Prepper. You know, a lot of people, he's a businessman, and I, I can't fault the man for that. You know, I like his videos. You know, I just like his channel. So, but I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about these other ones out here saying, you know, oh, I was a Marine, or I was in the Army, I was in the Air Force, and you need this blah, 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 blah bag that's $500, and you need this blah, 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 blah boots that's $400, or you won't be able to survive a shit hit the fan without these top gears. I'm talking about those type of people. And their bug out bags. My bug out bag and my boys' bug out bag consists of common sense items that we will need. Sort of like the old frontier days. You know, we don't have no fine, fancy. I think the only fine, fancy gadget I got in there is a water filter, one of those life straws, and two-way walkie-talkie, you know, radio, so we can communicate with it. That's it. The rest of it is common sense items. You know, I don't have no solar panel, fold-up solar panels. I don't have no rechargeable flashlights or headlights or headlamps or anything like that, because an SHTF situation is not about fine fancy gears. It's about common sense gear that you can thrive as you survive. Me, I don't plan on bugging out, but if I have to, I cannot carry everything I need in order to keep my family thriving on my back. So I'm going to have another way to carry extra gear. You're going to have extra gear. You're going to have to, these guys that come on here and say they can just take a backpack and go out in the woods for a year and survive and not restock, replenish their items. Okay, if you think so, go for it. I mean, I got a question. How many times do we, a week, go to the grocery store or go to the gas station or go to a convenience store and buy little items that we need throughout the week? When you're out in the woods or the forest or the mountains or the swamps or the desert, you can't do that. You're going to have what you need on you. And you're going to need a lot, because sickness is going to happen, injuries are going to happen, you're going to break items. You're going to have to know how to restock. Now, I can hear people, I'm going to scavenge for what I need. You and about 100 or 200 or 300,000 people are going to be doing that too. They're not going to be much out there. Then you got to take a chance of getting shot. What's going to happen is it's going to be like the frontier days, the mountain men days. They're going to be trading posts open up after things settle down, where people can come in and trade. And if you don't have any way or any skills to do anything to trade, say you don't have no traps or snares to catch animals for their fur and harvest their fur to trade, or say you're in an area where fishing's good and you get fish and you go take it and you trade the fish off for whatever you need. If you don't have the hooks to do it, you're shit out of luck. You know, you got to have. I want you guys to go to your bug out bag. Look in your bug out bag and say, do I have, and check and say, do I have enough fishing gear to last me 3 months? Do I have enough snares to last me 3 months? Do I have enough traps to last me 3 months? Do I have enough fire making material, starters, to last me 3 months? Do I have enough rope, 550 cord, whatever, to last me 3 months? Do I have enough medical, meaning from allergies to cuts to scrapes to snake bites to tick bites, whatever, to last you for 3 months? Because your bug out bag needs to be where it will last you a minimum of 3 months. Because the first 90 days of an SHTF situation is going to be off the rockers. And you want to stay away from people for that amount of time. And you don't need to find, do you have enough candles to last you 3 months? I mean, you're not going to be burning candles all night long. A candle should last you at least 3 days, if not more, 3 nights, because you're not going to stay up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because there's nothing to do. But just go to your bug out bag. Forget about these ex-military people who gets on here and talks about you need this. Hell, I don't even know some of the top brand crap. You know, pay $300 for a bug out bag. Yeah, I'd much rather go to a military surplus and buy a $25 bug out bag, military bag, and then turn around and put $275 worth of common sense items into that will last me 3 months and help me and my boys survive. Now, if you can afford that and that's the type of stuff you like, go for it. I mean, that's not me. I'm not into the fine new age fancy stuff. You know, I use what works for me. You know, again, go to your bug out bag. Do you have a way? Does your items you have, is it going to last you for cooking and cooking food and boiling water for 3 months? You know, do you just have one pot and one cup? I would add an extra pot and an extra cup in there just in case, because anything happens, you might lose it. Anything could happen. You might step on it in the middle of the night and bend it up. Anything could happen. And you're going to have to get it in your mind that you're not going to have, you cannot rely on scavenging in order to restock. You're going to have to rely on skill sets to trade and barter with other groups and other people to replenish your stock and your supply in order to survive. Because there's not going to be a Walmart or a 7-Eleven around the corner so you can go in and, oh, I need some Tylenol, or I need some Benadryl, or I need some diarrhea medicine, or something like that. You need that stuff in your bug out bag right now. And it should last you 3 months per person. You know, I carry extras for the boys and for my wife, you know, in my bug out bag on top of what I have for me. So, I mean, and a 20-pound bug out bag ain't going to cut it, because you're going to need more. You're going to need more. And you're going to need an extra way of carrying extra gear if you can't use your vehicle. If I could use my vehicle to bug out on, oh hell, I have it made. I'd thrive. I'd be like a millionaire out in the middle of the forest. But you're not going to. There's a big possibility we're not going to be able to use our vehicles to bug out. But I'm going to do a video on what I'm going to use if I have to bug out and I can't use my vehicle. I'm gonna fill it, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna carry in it, and it's gonna help me and the boys survive. But do me a favor, go to your bug out bag and see if you've got enough supplies to last you 3 months. I'm talking light source, medical source, food gathering source, water purification source, cooking source, you know. These little bitty little things of spice, salt, and spices, they're not going to last 3 months. I mean, how much salt and seasoning do you use right now? And do you know if you catch a beaver or a bear, you can use the fat off of them to melt down and put in a container for cooking? You don't want to use raccoon fat. Raccoon fat, oh God, you want to stay away from that shit. That is the nastiest, foulest tasting stuff you'll ever taste in your life. Never use raccoon fat for anything. Nothing. But just do that. Then tell me what you're short on. Tell me what you said, well, oh heck, I don't have this, or I don't have that. And then fix it, work on it. And you know, just be leery of some of these wannabe YouTube fame-stricken channels, you know, that's pushing this crazy stuff. You know, some of it might be useful, yeah, some of it might be, but some of it might not be useful. Now again, Canadian Prepper, he's got that bug out roll that rolls up, and you got different compartment. That to me is a fantastic idea because it category, you know, it puts it in order of what you need. Fantastic ideal. That's why I like Canadian Prepper. He's a businessman, but he's trying to make it easier for the preppy community. But still, Canadian Prepper, I would love to get a hold of your bug out bag, and I could put some items in there that would help you out tremendously, my friend. But guys, tell me what you think. And again, please go through your bug out bag and see if you have enough items to last you 3 months in each category. And if you don't, start working on that. And I will be back with another video. Like I said, I'm going to do the video about what I would carry extra supplies on, extra gear on. And I've got a couple of more videos in mind. Sorry this video's long. I will shut my mouth, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.